ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
आज 29 अक्टूबर 2024 की बाबा की मुरली है।
Today we have Baba's Murli, 29 October 2024.
पूरी मुरली में एक ही विषय पर बात बताई है।
In the entire Murli, today Baba is speaking only about one thing. There is a rubbish in the soul.
निकाल करके
We have to remove that
आत्मा को शुद्ध बनाना।
and we have to make the soul pure.
बाबा वो ही पावन बनने का पुरुषार्थ कराते हैं।
And Baba makes us to make the effort of becoming pure.
बाबा ने एक शब्द यूज किया है,
Baba has used one word,
सेक्रेड माना,
sacred.
पवित्र, शुद्ध।
Sacred means pure, pious.
तो बाबा कहे मीठे बच्चे
Baba says, sweet children,
आत्मा से विकारों का किचड़ा निकाल शुद्ध फूल बनो।
remove the rubbish of the vices from your souls and become pure flowers.
सारा किचड़ा निकलेगा।
Only by having remembrance of the Father will all the rubbish be removed.
पवित्र बनने वाले बच्चों को
Question:
किस एक बात में बाप को फॉलो करना है?
in which one aspect do you children who are becoming pure have to follow the Father?
जैसे बाप परम पवित्र है,
Answer: the Father is supremely pure.
पवित्र किचड़े वालों के साथ मिक्सअप नहीं होता।
And doesn't mix with souls who become impure with rubbish.
सेक्रेड है।
He remains very sacred.
ऐसे आप पवित्र बनने वाले बच्चे
Similarly, you children who are also becoming pure have to follow the Father.
सी नो इविल।
See no evil.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
बाप बैठ बच्चों को समझाते हैं।
The father sits here and explains to you children, both are fathers.
हानि दूसरे को जिस्मानी बाप कहे।
One is called the spiritual father
शरीर तो
and the other is called the physical father.
तो जैसे कि
The body of both is one,
समझाते
and so it is as though both fathers are explaining.
समझाते हैं,
Although one explains
दूसरा समझते हैं,
and the other understands,
भी कहेंगे
it would still be said that both are explaining.
ये जो इतनी छोटी सी आत्मा है, उन पर कितना मैल चढ़ा हुआ।
There is so much dirt that has accumulated on such a tiny soul.
कितना घाटा पड़ जाता है।
So much loss is incurred when dirt is accumulated.
घाटा तब देखने में आता है जबकि शरीर के
This profit and loss is visible when souls are in their bodies.
जब पवित्र बनेगी तब इन लक्ष्मी नारायण जैसे
You know that when we souls become pure, we will receive bodies that are as pure as those of Lakshmi and Narayan.
काया मिलेगी।
The diseased free,
आत्मा में कितना
beautiful body we do receive. So much dirt is now accumulated on souls.
शहद निकालते हैं,
When honey is collected,
छानते
it is filtered,
तो कितनी मैल निकलती है।
and so much rubbish is removed.
फिर शहद शुद्ध अलग हो जाती है।
And the pure honey is separated.
आत्मा भी बहुत मैली हो जाती है।
Souls too become very dirty.
आत्मा ही कंचन थी, बिल्कुल पवित्र,
The soul was clean and completely pure,
ऐसा सुंदर था।
and his body was so beautiful.
इन लक्ष्मी नारायण का शरीर देखो कितना सुंदर है।
Look how beautiful the bodies of Lakshmi and Narayan are.
मनुष्य तो शरीरों की ही पूजा करते हैं ना,
People only worship bodies.
की तरफ तो देखते नहीं।
They don't see the souls.
आत्मा का ज्ञान है,
They don't have the knowledge of the soul.
देखते हैं।
They don't see the souls.
आत्मा की तो पहचान भी नहीं।
They have no recognition of his soul.
पहले आत्मा सुंदर थी,
At first, souls were beautiful
सुंदर मिलता है।
and they received pure bodies.
तुम भी अभी यह बनना चाहते हो।
You too now wish to become like them.
लक्ष्मी नारायण जैसा तन और मन दोनों सुंदर हो, ऐसा बनना चाहते।
You too now wish to become like Lakshmi and Narayan.
इतनी शुद्ध होनी चाहिए।
So you souls have to become that pure.
आत्मा को ही तमो प्रधान कहा जाता है।
A soul is said to be tamopradhan
फुल किचड़ा है।
because it is full of rubbish.
एक तो देह अभिमान का किचड़ा
It has the rubbish of body consciousness
और फिर काम क्रोध का किचड़ा।
and also that of lust and anger.
निकालने के लिए छाना जाता है।
In order to remove the rubbish from something,
छानने
it is filtered.
रंग ही बदल जाता।
When something is filtered, its color changes.
तुम अच्छी रीति बैठ विचार करेंगे,
If you sit and think about this very well, you will feel
बहुत किचड़ा भरा हुआ।
that there is a lot of rubbish within you.
आत्मा में रावण की प्रवेशता है।
There is the existence of Ravan in souls.
की याद में रहने से ही किचड़ा निकलता
By your staying and remembrance of the Father now, the rubbish will be removed. This too takes time.
बाबा समझाते हैं देह अभिमान होने के कारण
The Father explains,
का कितना
because of having body consciousness, there is so much rubbish of the vices.
कम नहीं है।
The rubbish of anger is no less.
क्रोधी अंदर में जैसे जलता रहता है,
An angry person burns within.
कोई न कोई बात पर दिल जलती रहती है।
His heart burns due to one thing or another.
शक्ल भी तांबे जैसी रहती है।
His face also becomes as red as copper.
विजय पा लेते हैं, पर योगियों में क्रोध बहुत दिखाते हैं।
Will conquer over lust, but in yogis there will be anger.
अभी तुम समझते हो हम आत्मा जली हुई है,
Your souls now understand that you have become burnt.
क्रोध की अग्नि
There is the fire of worry, fire of anger.
आत्मा में कितनी मैल है अभी पता पड़ा।
You now know how much dirt there is in souls.
थोड़े हैं
There are very few people who understand these things. First class flowers are needed for this.
तुमको
There are many defects now.
बिल्कुल पवित्र बनना।
You have to remove all weaknesses and become completely pure.
की वंशावली टोटल निर्विकारी बनना है।
You have to totally become viceless.
यह लक्ष्मी नारायण कितने पवित्र हैं,
This Lakshmi and Narayan are so pure.
गाने का भी हुक्म नहीं है।
In fact, no one has the right to touch them.
साक्षात लक्ष्मी नारायण जब होंगे उसको कोई हाथ
When there will be real Lakshmi and Narayan, no one can touch them.
ब्राह्मण पूजा करते हैं, बाकी कोई हाथ नहीं लगा सकता है। पतित जाकर इतने ऊंच पवित्र देवताओं को हाथ लगा न सके।
Impure ones cannot go and touch such elevated, pure deity idols. They are not worthy of touching pure ones.
शिव को तो हाथ लगा नहीं सकते,
No one can touch Shiva.
कई निराकार,
He is incorporeal,
उनको हाथ लग ही नहीं सकता।
and so he cannot be touched.
तो मोस्ट पवित्र है,
He is the most pure,
पवित्र ते पवित्र और
purest of the pure,
है
highest of high.
की बात ही नहीं।
So he cannot be touched.
आत्मा शरीर में प्रवेश करती है,
People keep a large image of him
होता है
because no one can touch such a tiny point.
होती नहीं है।
When a soul enters a body, the body grows. The soul doesn't become larger or smaller. This is a world of rubbish.
चिड़ा है,
There is so much rubbish in souls.
बहुत सेक्रेड है,
Shiv Baba is very sacred.
पवित्र है।
He is very pure.
यहाँ तो सबको एक समान बना देते हैं,
Here everyone is made out to be the same.
कह भी देते हैं
They even say to one another,
तो जानवर हो,
"You are like an animal.
गधे हो,
You are a donkey. You are a monkey." Don't know what words they use.
सतयुग में ऐसी भाषा नहीं होती।
Such language is not used in the golden age.
युग में कोई किसको ऐसा गधा घोड़ा नहीं कहेगा।
No one will call anybody as a donkey, monkey, cow in the golden age.
रेस्पेक्टफुल संबोधन करते हैं।
Very respectfully, one will address another.
हम आत्मा में बड़ी मैल चढ़ी हुई है,
Your souls now feel that a lot of dirt has accumulated on you.
जो बाप को याद करे,
Souls are no longer worthy of having remembrance of the Father.
लायक समझ माया भी एकदम उनको हटा देती।
Maya also considers souls to be unworthy and pushes them aside. The Father is so sacred.
क्या से क्या बन जाती,
Look what we souls have become from what we were.
तुमने मुझे
The Father now explains,
आत्मा को
you called out to me to come and make souls pure.
खिचड़ा भरा हुआ है,
Souls are filled with a lot of rubbish.
फर्स्ट क्लास बगीचे में कोई सब फर्स्ट क्लास फूल नहीं होते हैं,
Not all flowers in a garden are first class.
लगे हुए हैं,
There will be variety plants grown. They are
भगवान
number wise.
आत्मा
The Father is the master of the garden.
और फिर
Souls become so pure
एकदम
and then become so dirty. They become like thorns.
अभिमान का काम क्रोध का किचड़ा भरता
There is the rubbish of body consciousness, lust and anger in souls. Human beings have so much anger in them.
मारा मारी
Conflict, battle, war.
भरा
There is so much anger in human beings.
क्रोध भी मनुष्य में कितना है, तुम पवित्र बन जाएंगे,
When you become pure,
कोई की भी शक्ल देखने की भी
you won't feel like looking at anyone's face.
इतना पवित्र बन जाएंगे,
You will become so pure,
को देखने का मन नहीं करेगा।
you won't feel like looking at anyone's face. See no evil.
अपवित्र को देखना ही नहीं है,
You mustn't even look at impure beings.
पवित्र बन पवित्र नया चोला लेती है,
When souls become pure and receive pure new bodies, they don't see any rubbish at all. In the golden age, everything is pure. The nature is also pure. There will be no rubbish.
दुनिया ही खत्म हो जाए।
The world of rubbish
बाबा
ends.
समझाते हैं, तुम देख
The Father explains, you have become
खिचड़ा बन
such rubbish by becoming body conscious. You have become impure.
बच्चे बुलाते भी हैं
Children call out,
कि बाबा हमारे में क्रोध का भूत है,
Baba, I am having a evil spirit of anger.
आए हैं पवित्र बनने के लिए।
Baba, I have come to you to become pure.
बाबा तो है ही एवर प्योर,
You know that the Father is ever pure.
कभी कोई किचड़ा नहीं आता है।
There will be no rubbish in the Father.
ऐसे हाईएस्ट अथॉरिटी को सर्वव्यापी कहकर कितना डिफेम करते हैं।
People defame the highest authority so much by calling him omnipresent.
हम क्या थे,
You also dislike yourselves so much because you can see what you were and what you have now become.
तुम बच्चे ही समझते हो।
Only you children understand these things.
संघ व यूनिवर्सिटी आदि में कहाँ भी ऐसी एम ऑब्जेक्ट कोई समझा न
No one else can explain the same or objective in any other spiritual gathering or university.
समझा नहीं सकता। अभी तुम बच्चे जानते हो हम आत्मा में कैसे किचड़ा भरता गया।
You children now understand how souls have continued to accumulate rubbish.
फिर 4 कला
There was a reduction of 2 degrees and then 4 degrees, and souls continue to be filled with rubbish in this way.
तमो प्रधान
And this is why they are called Tamopradhan.
लोभ में, कोई मोह में जल मरते हैं.
Some burn with greed and some burn with attachment and die.
विशेषता जिसमें हर कोई जल मर रहा है. इस अवस्था में ही जल जल कर मर जाना.
They will burn and die in that stage.
विचारों के वशीभूत
They come under the influence of vices. They will burn and die in that stage.
शिव बाबा की याद में ही शरीर छोड़ना है.
You children now have to shed your bodies in a remembrance of Shiv Baba, who is making you become like them.
नारायण जैसा संपूर्ण बनाते हैं.
Baba makes us equal to Lakshmi and Narayan.
नारायण को ऐसा बाप ने बनाया ना,
The father made Lakshmi and Narayan become like that.
को कितनी खबरदारी रखनी चाहिए.
So you have to remain very careful.
तूफान तो बहुत आएंगे.
Many storms will come.
तूफान माया के ही आते हैं.
There are only storms of Maya. There are no other storms.
जैसे शास्त्रों में लिख दी हैं, हनुमान आदि की कथाएं.
Similarly, they have stories of Hanuman in the scriptures.
बनाए
They say God created the scriptures.
वेदों शास्त्रों का सार सुनाते.
God speaks the essence of all the Vedas and scriptures. God granted salvation.
बनाने की क्या दरकार.
So why would he need to write scriptures?
अब बाबा कहते हैं,
The Father says,
हियर नो इविल.
hear no evil.
कोई भी ऐसी शास्त्रों की कथा कहानियां नहीं सुन.
Never listen to any stories of scriptures,
शास्त्रों आदि से तुम उच्च नहीं बन सकते.
because you cannot become elevated through those scriptures.
पढ़ते कथाएं सुनते
By reading scriptures,
प्रतिदिन
by knowing the stories, day by day we have been degraded.
मैं तो इन सब से अलग हूं.
Baba says, I am separate from all of those.
कोई भी पहचानते नहीं.
No one recognizes me.
बाप क्या है किसको भी पता नहीं है.
No one knows what the Father is.
बाबा जानते हैं कौन कौन मेरी सर्विस करते हैं.
The Father knows who does his service.
अर्थात कल्याणकारी बन औरों का भी कल्याण करते हैं.
That is, the Father knows only those who become benevolent and benefit others, climb onto the Father's heart. When Baba looks at the children, what does Baba see? Who becomes benevolent and benefit others?
कि मेरे दिल पर चढ़.
And Baba says only those who climb onto the Father's heart.
अर्थ ही है कल्याणकारी.
Shiva means benevolent.
बनते हैं वही मेरे दिल.
Only those who become equal to me, only they will climb onto the Father's heart.
जिनको सर्विस का पता ही नहीं.
Some are such that they don't even know about service.
तुम बच्चों को ज्ञान तो मिला है.
You children have received this
वो आत्मा
knowledge of considering yourselves to be souls and of remembering the Father.
भल आत्मा शुद्ध बनती है.
Although your souls become pure,
पीत है ना.
your bodies are still impure.
जिनकी आत्मा शुद्ध होती जाती है उनकी एक्टिविटी में रात दिन का फर्क रहे।
There is the difference of day and night between the activity of souls who become pure and those who don't.
नाम कोई का नहीं लिया जाता।
It can also be known from their behavior.
अगर नाम
No one's name is mentioned.
बदतर न
If their names were mentioned, they might become even worse.
नाम नहीं,
Baba doesn't take names of anyone.
नाम ले तो जो कमजोर हैं, ठीक नहीं,
If their names were mentioned, the one who have become weak, they will be
फर्क देख सकते हो।
not making so much of effort then.
क्या बनना,
You can now see the difference between what you were and what you have to become. Therefore, you have to follow Srimad.
गंद जो भरा हुआ है उसको निकालना है।
All the rubbish you are filled with has to be removed.
में भी कोई बहुत गंदे बच्चे
In worldly relationships too, a father gets fed up with his children if they become very dirty.
कहते हैं, हाँ, क्या कहते हैं,
What did the father say?
ऐसा बच्चा तो ना होता
He would say
तो अच्छा था।
that it would be better if he hadn't had a child like that.
फिर हुआ और वो गंदगी वाला है तो माँ बाप को
If the child is dirty, then the father and mother would think that it would be better if he hadn't had a child like that.
किसी की भी खुशबू होती है।
There is a fragrance in a flower garden.
अनुसार
However, according to the drama, there is also rubbish.
देखने की भी दिल नहीं,
No one even wants to look at an ak flower.
कड़वे हैं वो बच्चे, देखने की भी दिल नहीं।
Those who are bitter, Baba doesn't like to see them.
नीचे में जाने से
However,
नजर तो सब पर पड़ेगी।
when you go into a garden, your vision would fall on all the flowers.
फलाना फूल है,
The soul would say,
खुशबू
this one is such and such a flower.
की लेंगे ना,
You would take fragrance from good flowers.
चमेली, ये सब अच्छे लगते हैं।
Rose, mogra, chameli, jasmine.
बाप भी देखते हैं इनकी आत्मा कितना याद की यात्रा में रहती है,
The Father also sees
कितना
how much some souls stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance,
फिर और
how pure they have become,
आप समझ
and how they make others pure like themselves, and how much of this knowledge they relate,
इतना याद की यात्रा में रहती है कि
how much they stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance, how pure they have become, and how they make others pure like themselves, and how much of this knowledge they relate.
ही है मन मना।
The main thing is to be Manmanabhav.
बाबा कहते हैं मुझे याद
The Father says, remember me and you will become a pure flower.
यह लक्ष्मी नारायण कितने पवित्र फूल थे,
Lakshmi and Narayan were such pure flowers.
शिव बाबा बहुत सेक्रेड है,
Shiv Baba is still more sacred than that.
पवित्र है। मनुष्यों को थोड़ी ही पता है कि इन लक्ष्मी नारायण को भी ऐसा शिव बाबा ने बनाया।
People don't know that Shiv Baba made Lakshmi and Narayan become like that.
कि लक्ष्मी नारायण किस पुरुषार्थ से ये बने।
You know that they became that by making this effort.
बहुत है
The Father explains a great deal.
तो याद की यात्रा में रहना है।
Firstly, you have to stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance so that the rubbish can be removed and your souls can become pure.
हमारे पास म्यूजियम आदि में बहुत आते हैं.
Many people come to you at the museums.
बच्चों को सर्विस का बहुत शौक रखना है.
Your children have to have a lot of interest in doing service.
कभी नींद नहीं करनी.
You mustn't renounce service and go to sleep.
टाइम ही ऐसा लिखा होता है 8 से 12 और 4 से 8.
The timing is 8 to 12 noon and 4 to
सर्विस पर बड़ा
7:30 p.m.
रहना चाहिए.
You have to remain very accurate in doing service.
म्यूजियम में भी तुम लोग रेस्ट का टाइम छोड़ते हो.
You people leave yourselves a time for rest even at the museums.
भोजन
Your throats become tired and you do have to eat, but day and night you should have the enthusiasm
उछल आनी चाहिए.
that you yourselves should show the path to anyone who comes.
तो उनको रास्ता बतावे. ऐसी लगन लगी रहे.
You should have so much interest.
भोजन के टाइम कोई आ जाते हैं.
If people come during meal times,
अटेंड कर.
you have to attend to them first and then take your meal.
ऐसी सर्विस वाला हो.
You should be those who do such
कोई को
service.
अभिमान आ जाता है.
Some have a lot of body consciousness
नवाब बन जाता.
and they become lords who love to rest.
बाप को तो समझानी देनी पड़े ना.
The father has to tell you,
छोड़ो.
renounce this lordship.
फिर बाप साक्षात्कार भी कराएंगे.
The father would also grant visions. Look at your status.
तुम ऐसे नवाब बन के रहे तो अपना पद देखो.
You have become lords, so now look at your status.
कुल्हाड़ा आपे ही अपने पांव पर लगाया.
You yourself put the acts of body conscious on your foot.
बहुत बच्चे बाबा से भी रीस करते.
Many children compete with Baba.
अरे ये तो शिव बाबा का रथ है.
Oh, this is Shiv Baba's chariot
करनी पड़ती.
and it has to be looked after.
यहाँ तो ऐसे हैं जो ढेर दवाइयाँ लेते रहते.
There are some here who take a lot of medicine from doctors.
भल बाबा कहते हैं शरीर को तंदुरुस्त रखना है.
Baba says you have to keep your body healthy,
परंतु अपनी अवस्था को भी देखना है.
but you also have to look at your stage.
याद में रहकर खाओ तो कभी
If you eat in remembrance of Baba,
करेगी.
nothing will cause you any harm.
याद से ताकत भर
By
जाए.
having remembrance, you will be filled with power.
हो जाएगा.
Your food will become very pure.
वह अवस्था है नहीं.
However, you don't yet have that stage.
बाबा तो कहते हैं ब्राह्मणों का बनाया हुआ भोजन उत्तम थे.
Baba says the food prepared by Brahmins is the highest of all,
याद में रहकर
but that is only when they prepare it whilst
याद
staying in remembrance.
से उनको भी फायदा.
By preparing it in remembrance,
फायदा.
those who prepare it will benefit and those who eat it will also benefit.
तो बहुत है ना.
There are many who are like ak flowers.
अक के फूल होते हैं ना कड़वे जहर वाले.
The ak flowers are filled with bitter poison.
वो बेचारे क्या पद पाएंगे.
What status will those poor people claim?
अगर अपना कड़वापन नहीं
If you don't leave your bitterness, then what status would you claim? The Father has mercy for those children. However, it is also fixed for some to become maids and servants. You mustn't become happy with that. You shouldn't become happy that you will be staying in palace. You will be having foods like the kings have. Some don't even think, I have to become that.
दास दासियां बनने से फिर शाहूकार बने तो अच्छा नहीं।
Instead of becoming maids and servants, it would be better if you become wealthy.
कहते हैं
You would then be able to have maids and servants. The Father says, constantly remember me alone and attain happiness.
भक्तों ने फिर सिमरणी माला बैठ बनाई है।
Devotees sat and created the rosary to rotate.
सुख पाओ, उन्होंने सिमरणी बना ली है। ये भक्तों का काम है।
That is the work of devotees.
कहते हैं अपने को आत्मा
The Father simply says, consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father.
कोई जाप न करो,
That's all.
न माला फेरो,
You don't have to chant mantras or turn rosaries. You have to know the Father and remember Him.
से बाबा बाबा भी कह
You don't have to say Baba Baba with your mouths.
जानते हो वह हम आत्माओं का
You know that He is the unlimited Father of our souls.
याद करने से हम सतो
By remembering Him, we will become Satopradhan.
कंचन
We souls will become pure.
इतना सहज है,
It is so easy.
परंतु युद्ध का मैदान है।
However, this is a battlefield.
तुम्हारी है ही माया से लड़ाई,
You have to battle with Maya.
तुम्हारा बुद्धि योग तोड़ती रहे।
She repeatedly breaks your intellect's yoga.
जितने जितने विनाश काले प्रीत बुद्धि हैं,
The more loving someone intellects is at the time of destruction, the higher the status he claims.
और कोई भी याद न पड़े।
He mustn't remember anyone except the One.
कल्प पहले भी ऐसे निकले हैं,
In the previous cycle too, such ones emerged
दाने बने।
and became the beads of the rosary of victory.
तुम जो ब्राह्मण कुल के हो, ब्राह्मणों की रुंड माला बनती।
The rosary of Rudra is of Brahmins.
उन्होंने बहुत गुप्त मेहनत की है,
The one who belong to the Brahmin clan and one who make a lot of incognito effort.
हरेक को अच्छी रीति समझा।
This knowledge is incognito.
अच्छे अच्छे
The Father knows each one very well.
समझते थे,
Those who were considered to be very good ones are no longer here today.
देह अभिमान बहुत है,
There is a lot of body consciousness
और उनके
and they are unable to have remembrance of the Father.
बाप की याद रह नहीं सकती। माया बड़ा जोर से थप्पड़ मारती है,
Maya slaps them very hard.
की माला बन सकेगी।
There are very few from whom the rosary can be created.
बच्चों को समझाते हैं,
Therefore, the Father still explains to you children, continue to look at yourselves as to how you were such pure deities and then from those how you became like rubbish.
चलना चाहिए।
You have now found Shiv Baba and so you have to follow his directions.
कोई भी देहधारी को याद नहीं रखना,
You mustn't remember bodily beings.
की भी याद न आए।
You mustn't remember anyone else.
चित्र भी कोई का नहीं रखना,
You mustn't even keep anyone's picture.
कहीं अपने
Some in their mobile, in their purse, they keep pictures.
एक शिव
You
बाबा
mustn't even keep anyone's picture. Let there be remembrance of one Shiv Baba alone.
है नहीं,
Shiv Baba doesn't have a body of his own.
लोन लेता हूँ।
I take this one temporarily on loan.
देवी देवता लक्ष्मी नारायण बनाने के लिए कितनी मेहनत।
He makes so much effort to make you
बाबा हमारे
into deities like Lakshmi and Narayan.
बाबा की मेहनत को
Baba makes so much effort on we children.
बाबा कहते हैं तुम हमको पतित दुनिया में बुलाते हो,
The Father says,
पावन बना
you invite me into this impure world. I purify you,
मुझे,
and you don't even invite me into the pure world.
मेरे से ही पावन बनते हो और पावन
You become pure through me,
बुलाते
and you don't invite me to the pure world.
आकर क्या करेंगे?
What would he do there?
उनकी सर्विस ही पावन बनाने की है।
His service is to purify everyone.
एकदम जलकर काले कोयले बन गए।
The Father knows that you have been so burnt and that you have become like charcoal.
गोरा बनाने
The Father has come to make you beautiful.
अच्छा
Acha,
मीठे मीठे सिकी लधे
to the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children,
प्यार
love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, Father, Bab, Dada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to you spiritual children. We spiritual children's love, remembrance, good morning and Namaste to the spiritual Mother, Father, Bab, Dada.
मुरली का मुख्य सार धारणा के लिए
Essence for Dharana.
पहली पॉइंट,
First point,
में बड़ा एक्यूरेट बनना।
remain very accurate in doing service.
क्या बाबा ने बताया?
What did Baba say?
सीमाना
Accuracy means
पहले नींद छोड़कर खाना
you have to renounce your sleep,
करो,
your food,
खाओ।
and attend the one who comes to you.
दिन रात सर्विस की उछल आती रहे।
Let there be enthusiasm for doing service day and night.
सर्विस को छोड़ कभी भी आराम नहीं करना।
Never renounce service and go for a rest.
बाप समान कल्याणकारी बनना।
Become as benevolent as the Father.
दूसरी पॉइंट, एक
Second point,
से प्रीत बुद्धि बन
become one with a loving intellect by having remembrance of the One and remove the rubbish from within you. Become a fragrant flower.
दुनिया से दिल नहीं लगाना।
Do not attach your heart to this world of rubbish.
आज का प्यारे बाप दादा का हम बच्चों के प्रति वरदान है।
Beloved Bab Dadas, the blessing for we lovely children.
श्रेष्ठ स्थितियों रूपी आसन पर स्थित रहने वाले
May you stabilize your mind and intellect on the seat of your elevated stage and become an embodiment of tapasya.
आसन पर बैठकर तपस्या करते हैं। आप तपस्वी
Tapasvi always does tapasya while seated on one or another seat. The seat of you tapasvi souls is your stable angelic stage.
स्थितियों में स्थित होना
To stabilize yourself in this elevated stage means to sit on your seat.
पर तो शरीर बैठता है।
A physical body sits on a physical seat,
आत्माएं इस श्रेष्ठ आसन पर मन बुद्धि को बिठाते
but you souls sit in
वे तपस्या
your mind and intellect on this elevated seat.
और आप एक
Those tapasvis stand on one leg, whereas you stabilize yourselves in a constant and stable stage. Theirs is Hatha Yoga, whereas yours is Easy Yoga.
प्यार के सागर
Slogan:
के बच्चे
You, the children of the Father, the ocean of love,
प्रेम की भरपूर गंगा बनकर रहो।
remain full of the Ganges of love.
आज का अव्यक्त इशारा
Today's Avyakt signal, 29th point.
भिन्न भिन्न है और रहेंगे भी।
Sanskars are all different
संस्कार
and they will always be so.
किनारा करके स्वयं को सेफ रखना ये अपने ऊपर।
But it is up to you as to whether you have a conflict of sanskars or step away from them and keep yourself safe. If someone has sanskars of conflict, then the other person should not clap.
श्रेष्ठता की भावना
Let each one change the self.
में आए
Come in connection with one another with the feelings of love and greatness.
परमात्मा
Pick up virtues from everyone, and the gathering of being united in one direction will be instrumental for God's revelation.
आप सबको कि मेरी लौकिक मम्मी
I would like to tell you all,
साथ
my Laukik mother,
रहती थी।
my mother used to stay in Shantivan since 6 years,
अपनी बहन जी से परमिशन
and she herself took permission from Sister Munni,
अक्टूबर अमृत वेले 2:30 बजे अपना
and on 28th October she left her mortal coil at Amritvela,
9:30 बजे सरस्वती
and at the same day she was brought to Saraswati Bhavan at 9:30 a.m.
बजे उनको अग्नि संस्कार के लिए मुक्ति धाम में ले गए।
and was taken to Mukti Dham for funeral.
अक्टूबर को उनका 12वां होगा तो उसके निमित्त भोग लगेगा।
And there will be bhog offered,
समर्पित और ट्रायल के भाई बहन
and those are surrendered brothers and sisters, and those are in the trial.
ज्ञान
Evening at 6 p.m.
हॉल में उनको
have to assemble in Gyan Moti meditation hall, and they will get the godly gift.
पैसे रख के गई थी और समर्पित और
My mother herself
सौगात का भी
made all arrangements for giving godly gift to the surrendered and the trial brothers and sisters,
और ट्रायल के भाई बहनें हैं वो जरूर पधारे।
and they have to definitely
गुरुवार भी हैं
assemble in Gyan Moti meditation hall,
जाएंगे। इसलिए 31 अक्टूबर
and that will be on 31st October,
बाबा को भोग लगेगा।
and after the Murli Bhog will be offered to Baba.
ओम शांति। विजयवाड़ा के नेचुरोपैथी
Vijayawada Naturopathy,
नारायण भाई
Dr. Satyanarayan Rajubai yesterday had this session. It is postponed, and the session will be today in the evening, and everybody should assemble in the conference hall.
प्रश्न उत्तर का सेशन रहेगा। कल भी कहा था जिसके कोई भी प्रश्न हो तो
If anybody is having any question, then you can bring the question along with you.
के निमित्त जिन समर्पित भाई
On behalf of Dr. Nirmala, the one who has not received godly gift, the jacket, they will get it today.
कर लेंगे। पूना क्वार्टर गेट सब जोन नंदगांव सेवा केंद्र के समर्पित ब्रह्मा कुमार महेश भाई जिनकी लौकिक आयु 47 वर्ष थी, ज्ञान में 30 साल से थे।
Brother
समर्पित रूप से
Ramesh from Pune Quarter Gate, he was not well from quite some time. He has left his mortal coil today, and therefore we will also have yoga for that departed soul. Om Shanti.
से अपना तुमने बनाया। तेरी यादों के पावन झील में बाबा हम कितने खुशकिस्मत हैं, पलकों पे तुमने बिठाया है। कांटों से फूल बनाकर तुमने जीवन को महकाया है। अब तो तुझको पाकर अंबर को पाया, जब से अपना तुमने बनाया। तेरी यादों के पावन झील में बाबा तेरी प्रीत के गीत बनाकर ये दिल हर पल गाता है। अंतर मन गुण गाकर तेरे बेहद का सुख पाता है। धन्यवाद करे हम कैसे तुम्हारा, तुमने हमें अपनाया। तेरी
When we will be in the new world, the one which we call the golden aged world, the heaven, and if we make our stage like a golden aged world, when we sit in yoga, that we can even do it now. So it is based on everyone's effort. And while sitting in yoga, our connection, we have to connect with the Father. And while in yoga, we shouldn't have to remember anyone else. No one's remembrance we should get. And we have to make this ourselves very firm. Om Shanti.